Good evening, grave robbers, and welcome back to the television graveyard. We are your TV necromancers Lara Prince and Noah Houlihan, and we have come here tonight to examine the spirits of past television shows, to find out which ones could be resurrected, should be resurrected, and which ones should just stay doomed. This is a podcast which will analyze the history, the hype, and the aftermath of shows that ran only one season, only one episode, or whatever this was. With me, as always, is TV's Noah Houlihan.
Dog police, nobody knows who you are.
What just happened?
Dog police.
Just asking for a friend.
And I'm answering, dog police.
You're right, that is what happened. This week, we watched Dog Police.
Yes, I was very excited for this. This was recommended in our Discord. If you haven't joined our Discord, there should be links down below where you can join our Discord and talk to us about stuff and things and recommend things. And we hadn't really decided what was going to follow up Razzie month, but this was brought up. And without really looking into it, I was like, okay, we are known for talking dog episodes. Those are kind of our bread and butter. For some reason. And we could also compare it to Fish Police. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. So we announced at the end of our Megalopolis episode that we're going to do Dog Police, not realizing that this is 8.5 minutes.
Yeah, this one was not a long one.
So if you want to watch before you listen, there's a link below. It's 8.5 minutes of Dog Police.
Oof. This one was an odd one.
So it opens up with this silly jewel thief. These two jewel thieves kind of smash, and they're kind of clumsy.
In broad daylight, in day glow ski masks.
Yeah. They steal some jewels and then they run and hide.
They run through a laundromat into a trailer.
And then two bumbling cops are oh, which way did they go? Oh, what do we do? We better call for backup.
Yeah, we are. What do we do? I'm Jeremy Piven.
Yeah, it's Jeremy Piven. Which, I don't realize right away that it's Jeremy Piven. The other guy's also famous. He's, I know him from Seinfeld.
Ned Bellamy?
Yes. He plays a lot of, creepy characters. He is, we were not able to get Christopher Lloyd.
We have Christopher Lloyd at home.
Yeah. So they call for backup. And the criminals are happy in their,
little
trailer.
Criminal hole, yeah.
Not realizing that they've trapped themselves. Because here come the Dog Police. How would you describe the Dog Police?
Which, I don't swear in the podcast.
So I won't describe them.
So I'm not going to read my notes. I have so many questions. That's so scary. That's so expletive scary. Dressed in a trench coat and a hat. Oh, one is a girl.
Yeah, so 3 dog police show up. They are... Remember, this show is live action. They are live action Scruff McGruff.
For your free copy of my new comic activity book, just write Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652, and help take a bite out of crime.
I want it!
Yes.
Yeah, they're going to take a bite out of crime. Are you familiar with Scruff McGruff?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, he was a cartoon dog that told kids, how to use 911 and stuff.
If you smell smoke, even just a little whiff, get out.
Yes. Typical, police messaging. And...
Typical, 90s PSA.
Yeah. And there are 3 of them. They're all in trench coats. One of them's a beagle. Has a beagle face. One of them is
German Shepherdy.
Who's kind of the leader.
And then one of them's houndy.
Yes. And female.
Yes.
So
the German Shepherd is Bowser.
yes.
His partner is Ollie. And his ex-wife, the third cop, is Mia.
Yes.
Because there can't just be a woman. She has to have been romantically involved with
Oh yeah. There's trouble, like there's a cross paths between these characters. And that brings us to the theme song. Dog police, nobody knows who you are.
Dog police, they're riding everyone. Dog police, helping wherever you go.
Nobody knows who you are. I don't know if I can play the actual song because it's a real song. So I don't know if they'll get flagged.
Dog police. Dog police.
Yeah, it's very, very...
It's very bark
silly.
heavy.
And what's funny about it is, because it's a theme song, you see them doing various things. And like, they do this weird thing where they shuffle together, and then they use in the intro the scene we just watched of them bursting into the trailer.
Yes. Because we get like a little... Right after this, we get a proof of concept. We also get... They run 50 miles an hour. They have super senses. And they have a son.
Did you miss that they're also from space?
They came from outer space and they're out of sight. If you've ever seen them, you know they're mine.
I did not.
Yeah, because they're also from
that.
space.
You...
Not like Macduff, who's also a ghost.
No, I got that they were from space, but because they are from space, they're imbued with superpowers.
Yes.
And Mia and Bowser share custody of a son, Spooker Looker Lee.
Spooker Looker Lee.
Mia and I share custody of our son, Spooker Looker Lee. These are some of his friends. Ollie's got kids too. Makes you want to clean up the streets for him.
This is insanity.
And Ollie also has kids that we do not see, but we are not made aware of a fourth dog.
A fifth dog at this point.
A fourth adult dog.
Yes.
Because I assume his kids are not with Bowser and Mia's son.
Oh, right.
So, I don't know who the mother of his children is. And I don't know what his children are. Whether they're half dog, half cop. This show is slop. Oh, I feel bad about that one. I feel bad calling this show slop. I just needed to rhyme something with cop.
So, well, here's like the thing. The dogs talk.
They do.
They have these like elaborate makeup mask things.
They have like an applique.
Yeah.
Like from their philtrum up.
Yeah.
And then they're just made up where their jaw is.
But their mouths don't move when they talk.
No. Probably, well, because I'm saying, like, I think the application goes too far down on their cheeks for, like, talking to work without stretching the application.
Right.
Think of, like, the worst Star Trek alien you've ever seen.
Okay.
That.
So, we have, like, this narration, because you know good things start with narration, and it ends with Bowser, after, like, explaining who the characters are, saying,
Here are 2 scenes from our new TV show. Enjoy.
Yeah.
So this is very much this is a proof of concept. You're on board, right? And we get this scene where they're in a police station.
Yeah.
And this friend common perp shows up.
Yeah, he's a delinquent who Bowser helped get out of trouble, and his name is Shifty.
His name is Shifty, and his face is Adam Sandler's.
Many times Stay Doomed alum.
Bad news, boss. It's your turn to pay.
No, not a problem. $127. I don't think so, Shifty.
Hey, it's free enterprise. It's the backbone of the capitalist system. My time's got to be worth something.
And
I was like, Adam Sandler's in this?
like, Bowser owes him money for something.
Yeah.
But Shifty is trying to collect, but Bowser's kind of like, no, I helped you get out of jail. I don't owe you anything.
Yeah.
And Shifty goes, I'll take a check. And he goes, you'll take a walk.
I'll take a walk. So So, Shifty walks away, and Jeremy Piven re-enters with the other cop, and they kind of like... There's kind of banter to imply that they don't trust the dog police because they're dogs and aliens.
Yeah, like some sort of fantasy racism.
You know, I finally figured out why me and Bowser broke up.
Yeah? Why's that?
Well, you see, they thought it would last forever, right? But then they realized it was only puppy love.
Yeah.
And then the commissioner comes out and starts like assigning work to everybody. And basically everybody gets a job to do or a case to go after, except for the dog police, who are given paperwork.
Yes, like, this scene reminds me of Cop Rock.
Yeah.
Because it's a scene we see a lot in, like, Brooklyn Nine-Nine and other cop shows of just, like, it's the morning, it's the beginning of the shift, this is what everybody's doing today.
Right.
And the dog police apparently have an incredible arrest record, but they never get around to doing their paperwork.
Yeah,
so this isn't them, like, being attacked like you have to do paperwork because you're bad cops. It's, no, you have to actually do part of your job.
Yes. So it's not a punishment. It's just like, yo, you haven't done this, so I'm not giving you another case yet. This is also, like, one of the go-to beats of propaganda. Mm-hmm. Of, like, these are the best cops on the force. They could be out there stopping crimes, but due to this paperwork, they're pulled aside. This is why we need cops that don't play by the rules, because the rules are what's holding them down. Yeah. It's just a very common, like, cop show trope.
Yeah, it's one, I will stand by, I think the best cop show is Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, by miles.
Because Brooklyn Nine-Nine actually kind of, like, acknowledges what happens if you actually try to be the renegade cop.
Yeah.
Through the character of Peralta.
Yes.
And so these three do not get away with it. The captain's like, no, you have to do your paperwork.
Well, you say that, and then they immediately, like, get a tip on a case.
Yeah. It's an emergency for the dog, because everyone else is busy.
Yes.
So they have to go, because they're the only ones still at the precinct.
I do want to mention that Bowser is playing a Game Boy.
Ollie is playing the Game Boy.
I'm sorry, Ollie, you're right. Ollie is playing a Game Boy.
Because Bowser's our hero.
Yes. Ollie is playing a Game Boy, and, like, the old school gray and red brick Game Boy. And they do the thing that I hate in TV shows and movies, where they clearly don't know how to play a video game, but they've been told to pretend like they are. So he holds it in one hand and then pokes it with one finger at the other, with their other hand / paw.
As you all know.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
All right, Ollie, knock it off.
Oh, in a minute, sir.
Knock it off.
Come on, I'm at the 5th level.
I almost thought that was because he didn't have the dexterity to hold it properly.
You would think, but he's also at level 5.
Yeah, I got confused because it looked like Tetris sticking out of the game.
Yes, I'm going to go more into detail, but it does look like a Tetris cartridge is in the Game Boy.
Mia gets, like, sexually harassed by the other cops.
Oh, I think I missed this.
Yeah, like, Jeremy Piven and his partner are giving Mia specifically crap. And she says, I've buried better looking stuff than you in my backyard. And, like, it's interesting of how her character just exists to be sexist tropes. We don't hear her speak in anything besides that moment. But I wanted...
Is that her only line?
It's her only, like, important line.
Yeah, that's not just adding on to, like, you're gonna pay.
And, like, there's also this weird sexism because when they're going through the assignments, the mayor says, like, he wants half a dozen uniforms, especially Anna Marie. And all the male cops hoot and holler.
He wants half a dozen uniforms, same unit as the last time, specifically Anna Marie.
At, like, the only other female cop in the precinct. So, like, there is this, like, weird cop comedy sexism.
Well, I think they're trying to ask the question to the audience. Who's the real dog? Who's the real dog in this scenario? Is it the alien police force? Or is it the sexist man? I think that's what we learned.
Gentle listeners, you need to have the full picture of Noah crossed his legs and turned quizzically to the microphone as if in a talk show interview gotcha.
I literally closed my notebook and my hand kind of went out like I was holding a brandy.
It was giving Unsolved Mysteries when Jonathan Frakes would, like, come in at the end.
Beyond Belief?
Yeah.
Have you noticed how many successful restaurants are theme-based these days?
Whichever one Riker was in.
So, now we can head outside.
Yeah. And Adam Sandler's back.
Yeah, Shifty is removing a tire from the car. I don't know if he's fixing it, if this is revenge, or if this is like a silly prank. Because everyone's reaction is like, whoa, Shifty! We gotta go be dog police!
Yeah.
So they, like, kind of like comedy of error put the tire... Like, he rolls it down the street, and it, like, immediately attaches, and, like, there's hijinks. And then the car peels off, leaving behind only the Game Boy. And Adam Sandler picks it up and goes,
Ollie, thank you for the new toy. Level 5, not bad.
I have a tech note here of Mia sounds like she's recorded in an entirely different space than everyone else.
Interesting.
All of her lines are mixed weirdly.
I was rotating your tires, that's it. You got uneven tread wear. You know, I'm surprised your front end's aligned.
How would you like your rear end aligned?
Wheels, Ollie.
I mean, I think...
They're all obviously voiceover.
Yeah, it's all ADR.
But her lines seem particularly poorly mixed.
That makes sense.
But Adam Sandler gets the Game Boy.
And Adam Sandler gets the Game Boy, looks at it and goes, oh, level 5. And then you'll never guess what happens next. The show ends.
Yeah, that's a wrap. They say every dog has its day. Ours is Saturday. Come join us for action and adventure as we sniff out crime and maybe a laugh or two. And remember, with us around, criminals might as well roll over and play dead.
With some music over it, right?
So, dog police.
No.
No, there's, when Adam Sandler plays the Game Boy and says level 5, a music sting is played.
Level 5, not bad.
That I, as a huge nerd, immediately pick up on. It is the beginning sounds of a game of Burger Time. Burger Time is a arcade game where you are Peter Pepper and you have to outrun hot dogs, eggs, and sausages to make giant burgers. A game that only has 6 levels, so to have made it to level 5 is pretty deep into the game. But it is very much not Tetris, which is the game that's in the Game Boy. There's not a lot to talk about. So this is what I spent my time on.
So, this is filmed in 1990. Adam Sandler is a breath away from being cast in SNL. Adam Sandler's first season is the 1990-1991 season.
Yes, because in our Discord, it was said that Adam Sandler created this, but that is not the case.
No.
Adam Sandler is a hopeful, bright-eyed actor at the time. Because
this is not his first role.
Yeah, I was about to say, 1990, he would have done Remote Control at this point.
Yeah, and he's done a stint on The Cosby Show. He played one of the son's friends. So he's done some work already, but he is still very much an up-and-comer. he is still very much waiting for that first real big role.
No one watching this proof of concept would have pointed at the screen and gone, Adam Sandler, oh my god, Jeremy Piven, like we did. So where did this show come from then, Laura?
This show came from a 1983 music video.
Yes. The theme song they use, Dog Police, is a full song.
Yes.
About a man who goes on a date with a female dog human. Mm-hmm. But she gets arrested by the Dog Police.
Which is also the name of the band. It's the name of the band, it's the name of the song.
Okay. This insane video takes place. And I want to, like, the two things I really want to point out is they reuse footage. Mm-hmm. Like, they just use it again later in the video.
Oh, of the dogs walking?
Of the dogs walking, which they do in the show, so they're staying true, which is good. And two, there's the music video, and then at the end, there's an interview with the band where they're dogs.
Yeah.
And they're like, do you think there'll be any more dog acts? And in full dog mask, they say something like,
yeah, I think this is going to be the big thing going on right now, is these dog acts.
Because they're wearing, like, a rubber mask.
And do you think that there's going to be more dog acts coming along?
Probably so. It's been rough. No bones about it.
Yeah, this is done much more inexpensively. Looks actually pretty decent for the time.
Well, what's insane is they look great in the music video. In the music video, they can fully open their mouths, which is the only time in the show or the music video where that is possible.
Because the woman in the music video is significantly less dog-like.
Yeah, she almost looks more like a Who.
Yeah, she looks a lot like the Who's in The Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yeah.
But this was one of those weird things. There used to be a show on MTV called Basement Tapes.
Yes.
Which would run extremely low budget or homemade videos.
That's awesome.
And this was something that got some traction on Basement Tapes.
Oh, okay.
Basement Tape, early MTV from like 1980 to maybe like 1992 is a fever dream.
I'm so sad that I couldn't be part of early MTV because, like, it's a bunch of kids who don't know how to run a TV station running a TV station. Like, it's completely the Wild West. They're just, like, they're running around knocking over cameras and being goofy and throwing to another, like, airing of fish heads, roly-poly fish heads.
Yes, this was very much a product of the Wild West days of MTV. It was never in, like, heavy... Like, this was never airing, like, the same amount as contemporary music videos. This was just one that would get thrown on every so often.
Right.
This feels like, something at least one person thinks they hallucinated.
Oh, yeah.
There is definitely someone somewhere who faintly remembers this video, but thinks that they were maybe high, drunk, or having a nightmare.
Yeah. Dog police, nobody knows who you are. And let me tell you, I watched this and was completely baffled by it. So I ran to IMDb to see if there was anything about this, because one of the voices sounded very familiar to me of the Dog Police. So I went to look it up, and the only people listed as having worked on this are Adam Sandler, Jeremy Piven, and the third cop whose name currently escapes me. They don't have who plays the Dog Police.
No.
On IMDb.
And it's clearly not the band, because the band is 3 men.
Yeah, it's clearly not the band. So I guess, again, staying true to the music video, Dog Police, nobody knows who you are. Dog Police, nobody knows who you are. So, this is now my mission. I will do my due diligence from this moment on to find out who the dog police are. There are no credits in this, so it's not like I can hunt down the director or the editor or anything like that. My only hope is to track down Jeremy Piven and ask him, yo, can you tell me about dog police? And see if I can get a name out of him. That's the plan.
I feel like there is a way better chance that Adam Sandler would answer questions about dog police.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I feel like Adam Sandler would be amused.
Yes. So I'll track down the Sandman and ask him about dog police.
Weird Al also played the video on his show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's see if Weird Al will help me out.
So this pilot never technically aired.
Okay.
So we don't really know how much of it was filmed. Like I haven't found much about it.
I mean, I would imagine that this is all of it. Like, I would imagine that the reason that this probably survived is this was sent to someone as a proof of concept.
Yeah.
And they kept it, and then it eventually made its way onto the internet. So the fact that the main dog Bowser says, these are a few scenes from our new show, says to me that this is all there is. Like, they might have a plan for more, they may have written more, but this seems to be all that was shot.
Yeah, like it pops up on Reddit every so often. This is one of those, if you hang out on our obscure media, which I do.
Yeah.
This was certainly one of those ones that pops up every so often.
Yeah, because Adam Sandler being in it is a fun curio. The same way not another teen TV show pops up because Jennifer Lawrence was in it.
Yeah, like, NBC approached the band about the dog police.
Okay.
Which to me sounds like it was a trademark situation.
Hmm.
Which to me sounds like they had some rights to the words dog police. Now, NBC in 1990. So NBC is hunting for dog police in probably early 1990.
Mm-hmm.
Fish Police is CBS in 1992.
Interesting.
I kind of wanted to see if they were around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And the band just was like, all right, cool. And the theory is that this would have been a children's show.
Yeah, it does have some, like, silly elements to it, like the tire and stuff like that it would imply that it's more for kids, despite the rampant sexism.
The band had nothing to do with the production of the show.
Drat. All right, so there's a lead I can't go down.
And the band was actually, like, very... they had a lot more than this novelty song.
Okay.
They were actually a jazz band.
Oh, really?
And this was like a little side project that they were doing. And apparently the Dog Police name, song, and video all riff off the concept of calling the dog police to arrest an unattractive woman. The joke was funny in their early 20s, says one of the band members, but acknowledges it's pretty cringeworthy today. This was in New Noise magazine. Because again, like I said, this pops up from time to time.
Right.
My whole life I was trying to be a serious musician, and I'm going to be remembered for this. So, this is one of those very strange things that you really just... There's blogs, there's not a lot of real information.
Well, luckily for you, the Grave Robbers, I'm making it my mission that I will discover the identities of the dog police. All right? It's happening. I'll try to update you every podcast from here on out of who the dog police are. What are we watching next? Oh, we should probably give it a verdict, right?
Yeah.
Stay tuned for me. I'm very easily amused. I've been singing this song since we watched it. I would watch more Dog Police.
All right. It's a stay tuned for me. I'll watch anything.
It was better than Puchinsky.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It was better than Puchinsky.
It was better than Puchinsky.
And honestly, the novelty of it made it better than Fish Police.
Yeah. So it was better than our other two animal police shows.
And, you know what? I'll say it was better than McDuff.
But really?
I mean, my favorite part of McDuff was you not realizing he was a ghost for a really long time.
That's true. That's true. I'm a ghost. All right. So that's going to do it for us here in Stay Doomed Studios. Guys, exciting news. What are we watching next week?
Yay! We are watching something from my favorite era of reality television. We are watching a one-season wonder from Celebriality.
Yes!
And we are watching the 8-episode run of New York Goes to Work.
Yes! The Queen, New York.
Featuring our beloved Tiffany Pollard.
Yes. So get excited for that. You can watch that on Peacock if you want to watch before you listen. But where can people find us?
You can email us at thestaydoomshow@gmail.com, or you can find us on Blue Sky at Stay Doomed.
Yes, you can also join our Discord, which is again in the links down below. And if you want to help me on my search to discover the identities of the dog police, I'm at TV's Noah on Blue Sky and Instagram.
And if you want to share what late night thing you're pretty sure you hallucinated, I'm Laura Crane on Blue Sky. Until next time, stay doomed.
Nobody knows who you are.